and swing it into Hospitalized favor. Kaisa Braum into Caitlyn Morgana was pretty relaxed in the early levels. Not too much going down. No action. Season 2.
Oh boy.
All right, I guess they don't want us on the screen. I mean, I thought we looked nice, but I'll leave. All right. So
okay, sorry, draft
I think
is
mid
going
lane.
on.
Oh, draft is going on.
Yeah,
I'm out the door, so I'll cover you. I'll touch it twice.
Okay. Draft is happening.
I made friends with the grass, coming back.
So
I wonder what's happening in the draft.
Hospitalized and League of Liquor are actually keeping things very similarly. I think the iteration is going to be the fact that they get first pick here, and instead of the what was it? I forget the ban in game 1, but they ban Kaisa here, and they will have first pick instead. What was the other ban? Was it Malphite? So the Malphite is up, and Braum is the takeaway pick. Yeah, so Bell with the predict here.
Yep, and the Pantheon banned away from Hospitalized. They don't want to see Bassoon on his signature. And Braum locked in as the takeaway, keeping it out of Hospitalized's hands.
Okay, so definitely we're going to see very different lineups here. And to be honest, I do think that Bassoon has looked better on tankier champions. I think that the Braum, the Nautilus, the early game Pantheon, even when you're able to have more resistances, he has looked much better on those than the Rakan and the Morgana. I didn't hate his Morgana. He found a lot of bindings last game, but at the end wasn't able to like scale up and be a problem in lane enough to counter the Braum. So we'll see what Hospitalize answers into it. It looks like Braum Jinx is what they lay on the table. So League of Liquor bot lane, laying it down
for
here.
League of Liquor. Oh, and the Xin Shao, I really like this start for League of Liquor. I think this really plays well to their identity as a team. But on the other hand, Hospitalized getting 2 of their signature champions is we can assume this is going to be Jarvan top, Poppy jungle. I'm sorry, Fia, I doubt this is going to be the Poppy support.
It might be.
But I mean, throw it out the window. We've got a hover for Malphite,
and it is
locked in. So a triple flex from Hospitalized to start out this draft. I apologize, Fia. What a start. Game 2 looking very different off the bat, even though there's not too much difference in the bans. As you mentioned, just iteration off of the sides. Vel'Koz taken away from Doll.
So this is another Jarvan jungle game, though. Like, he's not going to be giving it to TJ Top. So Whittle really preferring, instead of getting his Poppy or his Diana, he wants to go with a Jarvan. That is so interesting to me. And this is kind of, this is going to be this iteration. I almost want to see a Jarvan ban come out in game 3 if League of Liquor isn't able to find an answer here, because just get Whittle, put him on even more uncomfort. It looks, this is looking very coordinated, very intentional. The Xin Zhao Jarvan matchup, an exciting matchup, pretty even. They both have the ability to outplay one another, so yeah, very 50-50 matchup.
Chuffle's not true. We have an Agatio Sivir game on record. In the LCC, I believe he's played it once. So banned out quite early, the Thresh ban against Abraxo. So saving the bot lane, at least the AD carry for last for Hospitalized. We're not sure which one it is, but I'm not sure the Thresh ban really makes sense. We've got Jarvan, Poppy, Malphite, unless this is going to be a Malphite mid. And that's we have a Ziggs locked in. So holding, the classic counter pick AD carry potentially coming through here for Hospitalized in game 2.
Yeah, I do think that
so far I really like this League of Liquor draft. Just it lines up with their identity as a team very well. I think
and that goes well too. And Annie's great. And then the top lane is really, honestly, Matt was playing a lot more for the team in that last one, in that last game than we've seen him previously. I didn't mind this set. I wouldn't mind seeing another set match here where he can pull people into an Annie ultimate, into an Annie stun, into a Jinx rocket. I don't hate it. We'll see.
I wouldn't mind an Alawi personally.
Alawi's banned.
But Alawi banned away, of course.
So Scion, and
it's classic.
How could we doubt? How could we
get through finals?
Why are we talking about anything else other than
Scion?
Playing Scion? This is on us. That's on us. That's my bad.
Well, he keeps saying he's a changed man, but the Scion lives deep in his veins. Vayne comes out for the finals. Game 2, Agatio. Vayne comes through. His signature pick. You can't say it's backs against the wall. They're sitting 1-up in the series, but Vayne locked in. Very exciting.
I can't believe that we've gotten here, but I can't believe we're already in game 2.
Yeah, I'm very happy to both of our teams for getting into game early or quickly. It's so good to be back into game 2, and I agree. I think the Vayne is going to have trouble in this game. We've got such a strong engage from everybody else on Hospitalized, but then we've got a Vayne on the back of it to try to finish off the team fight with the rest of their damage. I think the ideal pick would have been something like this Jinx, able to land damage from range, and I think that's what we're going to see this game. We're going to see Vayne struggle to free hit, and if Hope is able to pick up some early kills with Whisper roaming down to the bot side, I think it's going to be a tough lineup for Hospitalized playing on the red side for game 2.
Yeah, well,
but here we are.
See. Another 5-point defense.
Everybody, stay calm. We've got plenty of action coming soon, as we saw in game 1. Let's keep it down. Let's keep it a little calm as we start. Got a nice 5-point defense from both sides.
Where are we watching? What lane is our priority? Are we gonna see our junglers
it's gonna be
from top to bottom again?
Yeah, check which junglers. It looks like we may have a Whisper clearing from the bot side up towards top. Leashless for both sides.
Yeah, so it will be a different path here for the junglers. It's not leashless top actually, as TJ very unconventionally gonna give Jarvan a leash top side, because he's just predicting TJ the Scion shove. So a little bit of mind games here.
Whittle with a red and then running straight to his bottom quadrant. So definitely Whittle's the one to keep an eye on in this early game. And Matt and TJ's just going to be absorbing pressure in the top side. Matt's going to have all the control there. Yoni with an early ward on these Raptors. I think they're going to spot out Whisper after he clears his red buff. They know that the ward's probably been dropped, but it's just nothing they can do about it. The action is going to be bot side. Everybody get excited.
Yeah, you can tell that Whisper knows this, but he needs to clear towards top because that's where his buffs are. And so he's just significantly slower here. And Clone has done a really good job. Sorry, Crimson Yoni. Sorry. Shout out Clone. Crimson Yoni has done a really good job of, finding ways to just be a nuisance. And by placing that ward, he's bought his jungler and his team a ton of time. And so
Matt Apex, taking a note of that book, was a fan of the move. Will spot that Krugs are up. Could be reporting some false information over to his team though, because Whittle guy cleared his red and then immediately moved to the bot side. They're not going to see him clear these Krugs for quite a while. Potentially was looking to go for an early gank to the bot side if there was an opportunity, but Agatio and Abraxio shoving in, finding the wave bouncing towards them now. The action will not come down. It looks like we might be seeing it come down topside.
Yeah, they're looking. Hope and Bassoon here as the traps go down. Stuns on a both, and the root comes through. Already a flash forced out. So Hope and Bassoon really turning the narrative here early in game 2 as the bot side for League of Liquor will find a good angle to force out a summoner spell.
Yep, we're early in the game still, but I feel strong for League of Liquor in this game. I think they're going to have a much better performance here than in game 1. Already providing some pressure for themselves that they were lacking in first game.
It looks like Whittle is topside, but he's
with a strong trade.
Decided not to. Now he's going to go for an invade, but there's nothing here. Spotted out. I mean, very, very interesting passive plays here. Whittle really sizing up the map, but not making any moves. There is no flag. He's flag and dragged out already, so the cooldown is down. It looks like he might just be here to help push this wave in and get TJ back. I don't mind that. That's somewhat of a higher elo play, and we're seeing it in the finals.
Just forcing the crash. And Whisper on the opposite side of the map could look for an engage on the bot lane. He has not been spotted out yet, but there is a ward in the tri-brush. Engage topside from Whittle. Making sure that
and his first blood! The Comet gets first blood! Jason,
TJ with the first blood topside. Huge for Hospitalized. Completely unexpected, I would say. But a great pickup from TJ and Whittle guy really making sure that Matt gets punished for trying to hold that creep wave.
Oh my
Love to see it.
gosh. Okay, Whisper on the invade bot side now, and this could be, they could get a taste of their own medicine here, but there is a ward down, and so Whisper is spotted out, and this could mean that they're able to get out of this. Let's watch how they play this as flashes come through. A nice condemn, but it's not into the wall as Abraxo and Agateo will use Whisper as a way to get out. Abraxo, no flash
here.
here.
It's a hands diff.
And they escape.
Yep, the winds become lightning, doesn't connect. There's no easy way to charge forward. The flash over, and then the poppy stopping the dash. It's just a clean escape from hospitalized. Hands dipping their way out of the tough spot.
Yeah, I mean, they did get the flash out of the vein, so they do pick up a summoner spell here, but it is at the expense of the Braum flash, and now they are up on health in a lane that they were previously winning. League of Liquor have, with a gank, turned their lane around and are now losing.
Yep, that's a surprising turn of events for me. I think that was an unfortunate misplay out of League of Liquor. A nice turn from Yoni. Doll trying to crash the creep wave, instead taking a Mega Inferno Bomb to the chin. And topside, we again see Matt just crushing this top wave into the tower, just going to continue providing pressure.
Yep, so first Dragon goes over to Hospitalize. And we are going to be relatively even in gold here, but First Dragon is a pretty big, a decent sized advantage so far. It looks like Whisper is going to head over towards first grub spawn, and this has come to be custom, as Hospitalize will play through bot, and League of Liquor will play through top. And so, Whisper...
I'd say a bit of a risky early dragon take for Jarvan. Not a very good solo dragon take early on in the game. Almost dies to it, but nobody comes to spot him or contest it. And yeah, our customary trade will occur as usual, as scheduled.
I don't think
TJ
he
is good at 200 HP.
Yeah, I don't think he would have ever gone for that if he hadn't seen the gank that had happened prior. So that gank actually opens him up to that play. But yeah, I mean, it just is the trade that we always expected anyways, and that is confirmed. All three of the first grubs go over to League of Liquor, keeping this game even again. They are up in gold despite being down a kill.
Yeah, shoutouts from Choffles in the chat to expecting Matt Apex Scion Ultimate top soon. And I would agree, but he's just so low on his mana pool. I think he's going to have to reset before we get some of that action in, unless he just uses it to ult away from a potential gank. As Whisper moves up to the top side to support him, they know that Whittle's got to be in the top side of the map. Pings down.
Will Whittle be able to do anything about it? The flag will just miss, and so they escape out.
I like the move to Shadow there from Whisper, trying to make sure that he's not caught out too hard in a 1v2. Doll has been holding their own in this mid lane, 1 CS down in the Ziggs Annie matchup. Really like to see that, keeping it completely even. Both mid laners have flash, and the Annie flash, the pretty scary ability with Tivers on the field.
That was
They're
going
to be forced to reset soon, though.
Definitely in kill range. Crimson Yoni very high on health, but has almost no mana, even though they've got the tier running very low here on mana. So would like a reset. Doesn't have teleport quite up. We'll probably need to work with the jungler to find a timer. Doll is going to be in kill range though, and there's Cataclysm and Mega Inferno Bomb. I'm not sure if he has the mana to cast it, but Doll definitely in kill range here.
Sniffing out this ward, standing outside of vision, but now going to move across. Doll is in danger. 400 HP to the
Another bomb misses. Oh, and that is close. Doll is so close. They're fighting bot side, though, and it is going to be an engage onto Hope as the condemn into the wall does land. They land chompers, though, in the return onto Agateo. Agateo fairly low themselves as the rocket will come out, and they continue to fight bot side. We have to look bot because this is where it matters. Now let's go top as they finally get out the flag and drag. Matt is forced to flash out. The unstoppable force through onto Matt. Matt will Scion ultimate back into them, and now the mummy comes out. So it's either side. Whisper is here, and it's gorgeous timing. Can they turn this around? There's no unstoppable force. This is a very tanky Malphite, but Whisper will help counter, and on the counter gank collects another one. TJ getting aggressive here.
Back in with the
oh, and it's under tower, so Bassoon under tower, but Hope collects and speeds off. And Whisper with all in on the triple strike, the flash forward. He's gonna get the kill. It's outplays across the map.
League of Liquor.
It's outplays across
yeah, the
the
hand
map.
stiff makes
one more.
the
And it's a
3v2 game.
double
Oh,
kill.
another!
Hope! Hope gets the second. League of Liquor is turning the game. This is what they need. League of Liquor. Yes, dude. Come on. Give us a series.
Oh my lord, League of Liquor turning it on. They said that 2v3 hands dip in the bot side's not going to stop us. And they turn it on, clearing up in the top and bot side. Dahl going for a trade mid. Not going to find the impact they were looking for there after they teleported back.
That was
but,
insane.
Oh my goodness.
That was insane. League of Liquor Gaming. That's what that was. Wow. Okay, so there are definitely still clear ways. You can see that the Jarvan, all of the CC that comes out from Jarvan, and I mean, Dahl's in kill range here. The flash tapers forward. Will it be enough? As Crimson Yoni has to flash out, but Dahl is very low. There is still a Mega Inferno Bomb. Tapers is hitting Crimson, though, very low. There's no jungler here. Nothing to finish off. Will the bomb from Crimson land? It does come out. The Comet is through. They're so low. One more bouncing Betty could just be enough. They walk away here. Wow, these mid laners. I mean, Jason, I didn't know if we were going to see them try and kill each other this aggressively, but these mid laners are not afraid of it. League of Liquor with roughly 2K
That's
gold.
why I mentioned in the rundown, they're picking safe characters, but they're not afraid to trade it out. Not a lot of kills coming through from their trades, but they're definitely not afraid to put the pressure on.
I mean, this Jinx went Collector here, and I think that this is the new
I was
Jinx
gonna ask
build.
you about that.
And I do think that one interesting thing to note is that Jinx is only better with more golden items. So, Vayne, that can be said of Vayne as well. We'll have to see though, but not only having Berserker boots. Dragon is being taken here. Whittle is not here. Abraxo and Agateo shouldn't be able to do much about this. Keeper's Verdict will push Whisper out of the fight. The teleport comes through. Double teleport. It's on a sub force onto Hope, and they all in onto Hope. Hope is still alive, but that's finally dead. And the Condemn into the wall, so that's the second one. Flash out of the Scion Stun. Dahl is here, though, and Stun is going down onto TJ. TJ will get burnt down, but the Malphite has so much health, and it's a 2-for-1 as Hospitalized do win that T-fight. Double teleports from either side. A nice play. Whittle is going to walk up and just smite it, and it's a steal. I'm sorry.
Probably the most casual steal we've seen this season. They take the fight. Whittle arrives late and just walks by to pick up the dragon, and that's a victorious play for Hospitalized. But very close as Whisper looks for the chase down onto Agatio. When becomes lightning,
that is barrier.
Forced out.
That is barrier. So they decide to leave, but Whisper now needs to get out of dodge, and he is going to take the teleport out as Mega Inferno Bomb try and collect him off of the blast cone. So he does escape here. Ooh.
Yep, a little bit of a prediction from Yoni, thinking that they're going to take the Inferno Bomb.
Oh, and Dahl,
as the safe option.
No flash because of the flash forward, will be punished here. So a little bit too far forward in the lane phase. The Flag and Dragon. I would really like to see Whittle go and take these scrubs so that they don't get 6 scrubs. Because Matt with 6 scrubs, we've seen all season long, has been a huge problem.
Yep, could take it off the back of stealing these wolves, looking for a little bit of counter jungling. But Whisper's on his way out. I think if he remains too much longer, they're going to end up in a 1v1. There's a damage build out for both of them, but there's a completed Sunder Sky available for Whisper, and Matt is roaming down. I think they know that they want priority onto these scrubs. They've got Matt on his Scion. They want to set him up for some successful side lane pressure in the mid-late game.
Yeah, it looks like Whittle is seeding the objective here as Whisper and Matt, they at least secure the first, and now there's the second. So will they get all 6? 6 is quite a few. There's a blast cone here. It looks like Whisper might just be content with 5. Might go for the last one. I'm not totally sure what the
5's all they need. I wouldn't be surprised to see them walk away from it.
And did that despawn? It despawned because Herald is coming up. That's what happened. So they only get 5, but the 6th does not go over to Hospitalized. So haven't seen that happen too many times where it just despawns. But definitely, I mean, the 5 is a big advantage in terms of what Matt is going to be able to do in the side lane with the split push.
Yep. I want to see in these future team fights Hospitalized come or sorry, not hospitalized, League of Liquor come into these team fights and fight front to back. You want your tippers to go down and provide pressure, and you want your Jinx to be able to free hit. That's really what's going to keep Agatio from being able to land free damage in onto you.
Jason, we said game 1 was all about which AD was going to get the gold first. It was Agateo in that game. And now in game 2, Hope has it. We'll see what they can do, but there's a fight topside over the Herald as ultimates are being used from either side. Ensemble force onto Whisper as Whisper will drop. Matt is going to be forced to flash out here. Will they follow? They decide not to. They're happy picking up the flash and the kill and the objective. That's enough for Hospitalized as it's a 1 for 0. That's the first time that Whisper has gray screen so far.
Yeah, bot lane's having a bit of trade, but in the end, almost no damage goes down. Herald picked up for Whittle Guy after starting up by League of Liquor, just forced off by the strength of their combined team fight. There's no boots on Dahl quite yet, and I think that's really going to hurt them coming into these team fights. You want to be able to get quite close quite quickly with your anti-positioning. Smited out on the blue buff for Whisper.
He's going to go for this
Flash
play.
is available.
Crimson Yoni level 11 and on the roam here will have roam advantages. Dahl is currently backing, so the flag and drag here onto Whisper. Cataclysm comes down. He is trying to just 1v1. He does pick up the kill, and that is going to be one. Can he get away, or can Crimson Yoni capitalize this off the back? The Mega Inferno Bomb is still on cooldown, and so Whisper is going to get away, and he takes it to the MVP of the league and gets the solo kill. Honestly, a great play
second time in this
here.
Series so far.
Yeah, really nice play here from Whisper. Really heads up, and look at what Matt is doing. Matt is shoving in. This might be our first good death of the series. He doesn't.
I think he's just going to take this tower and walk his way out. 600 gold going over to Matt Apex for that first
TJ
tower.
should be able to just kill him now, right? Because
no, I think Matt should just be able to walk out. I mean, it's Malphite with no ultimate. He's not going to deal any damage.
Fair.
A huge pickup from Whisper to set his team up on the top side of the map. And this next objective is going to be this dragon. This would be third Drake, 4 hospitalized. And I don't think League of Liquor is going to be looking to flip it after that steal with Whittle just walking through last time. And I really want to see some stronger vision control around this dragon. We saw mistakes around vision control in that banana bush in the first game from Hospitalized, and then again this game from League of Liquor. Blue team need to make sure that bush is warded. It's absolutely crucial.
Vayne still does not have an item as we see Serrated Dirt come through. Vayne just hasn't backed yet, so there's no full completed item on Agateo, and this could be
1,500 gold right now.
The difference maker as they set up for this is going to be their third dragon if they can secure it. Matt is on the way down. There's no teleport. TJ does have teleport, but the sign could ultimate. Keeper's Verdict is going to send Whisper out already, and Bassoon is in alone as a gorgeous Glacial Fissure across the team. It's a crazy team fight. Both ADs on the other side. A dunk and Whisper will go down. Hope and Agateo on the side. Hope wins the 1v1 again. The rocket might come out at this point, but he decides to call off, and so it's an all-out. And so we see Whittle going in, and it is going to be Matt trading, and he's the only one left. And so Matt will go down at his forced flash. It's a 4 for 1. The only teamfight win, the only kill going over to Hope in the 1v1 bot side.
Making that collector count in their 1v1 duel. No item rip indeed. That Bork sitting in base form would have turned that trade his way.
Oh, there's no rocket.
Yep, they're hospitalized. I think just winning that fight off of being grouped together from the start, and a fantastic Keeper's Verdict from Abraxo just knocking Whisper out of the team fight. And Dragon will be smited away by Whittle Guy yet again, bringing them to Soul Point.
Yeah, Whisper was forced to go through the hex portal there, and he really put him in not a very good state. And they cataclysmed onto the Xin Zhao, and really, that was the end of it for Xin Zhao. It also what it causes. Bassoon was in a great position with Whisper there. Once he got Keeper's Verdict away, he was really overextended from that point. And so one of those things that it's hard to predict playing into a Poppy. You can go from a great position to a really poor position, and that's what we saw happen in that fight.
Yep, I think game 1 we saw Agatio go for a lot of aggressive plays, try to set things up for himself, just needing the Braum passive to start himself off. And in game 2, Abraxo has his Poppy, and he's making sure it sticks. Those Keeper's Verdicts coming up to these team fights are massive. And really, I think what Hospitalized needs to enable Agatio to hit freely, just setting themselves up with a numbers advantage. Forget the champion picks. You have one less champion. I think that's a little bit more
Oh, and
impactful.
TJ.
Ult's coming out.
Oh, he tried to catch him with the unstoppable force, but it is just short. And so it is going to be a top laner ult for a top laner ult as the lunge comes through. Another glacial fissure onto both, but Hope is just dive, and they don't have the return damage. They can't stack the stuns. Double stuns are going to come through with a flash out, as now the silver bullets will rain damage from this vampire hunter as Vayne is able to collect the first kill, and we see a bunch of follows coming through. Thank you guys for enjoying the LCC action. We are in the finals here. Look at that Crimson Yoni stun. And Dahl with the Tibbers finally. Look at Abraxo here into the wall. The triple talent strike is going to give him a little bit of healing back. He's going to try and trade this, but Crimson with a snipe pushes Dahl out on the other side. Dahl is like 1 HP flashing health bar. And Hospitals have Jason, how have they turned this mid game around so hard?
I think Abraxo is going absolutely insane in this mid game. He's hitting play after play after play. This Vayne Poppy combo, not a traditional lane, but this Condemn and Wall Slam combo is locking down Hope. I don't think there was much of a misplay out of League of Liquor in that bottom 2v2, but the double stun into all of that damage, the Ignite Poppy, I think it's just a damage diff in that lineup, and I'm really impressed with the way they're playing it. League of Liquor on the other side, Whisper is putting in some work in these duels, these small skirmishes. The Zinshao is pumping out damage. But I think Dahl is struggling to follow up at the right timing. As you mentioned in Game 1, you need to make sure that you follow up quickly. And I think the lack of boots early on was hurting. And now that we're going into the mid game, Dahl moving to bot lane to answer. But I think they could be dived by Abraxo Agatio. And a teleport coming through for Yoni trying to make sure this tower goes down. I think they will dive. Ooh. And that's a lot of damage down onto Dahl. I think that's going to hurt. This is still a mid lane AP Annie with Malignant, so we're going to see a lot of opportunities to set up team fights, even if they're not the ones setting up the one shot. They still take this fight
as Matt is here. Abraxo and Agateo could be, going down here. It is looking like they are going to try to pick up one, but Abraxo flashes out, is able to get out, and somehow Agateo is just finding the outplace. Crimson Yoni is so fed here, and this is going to be a third. It's a 4-for-0 here. If Whisper goes down, Whisper showed up, but it's way too little, way too late. And this is going to be an ace. Will it be a clean ace? Abraxo does get out. It's a clean ace for Hospitalized.
You have one more auto attack from Mad Apex. The grasp Heartsteel stack would have taken down Abraxo, but not quite able to get that shutdown to start the Jinx excited resets going. I think that could have been a turning point in the team fight. But as it is, a clean ace for Hospitalized. They're on Soul Point. We're 1 minute to Dragon. This could be Hextech Soul going over to Hospitalized in Game 2. Currently 7-17 on the scoreboard. 7,000 gold lead, 22 minutes in the game. This is a massive advantage for Hospitalized in Game 2. Look for League of Liquor to turn this around. I think usually it's off the back of some Mad Apex side lane shenanigans, but I think in this game it's got to be Jinx.
Yeah, we got to find ways to have the Jinx do damage. Hope needs to find angles here. This Jinx picking up an early kill and being excited in a team fight is what we need. Dahl with a flash ultimate coming out. Instead, the ultimate is used here in the side lane. But Dahl being down in levels to TJ is a huge problem as we see pings from either side. Looks like Crimson Yoni could be caught out here. Whisper's going to go for a bit of a chase. This
would be a nice pickup.
This probably is going to be a kill. And it's a substantial shutdown, but it is at the cost of Soul. So do they just go straight to Baron? And pings are onto Baron here.
I think you're exactly right. It's got to be immediately onto Baron, but this
Dahl is backing and does have teleport.
Available for Abraxo. He's here on time. They have wards available. Yeah, we're gonna call this off. Pink ward goes over the wall. Both teams will reset. And our AD carries are sitting at the same item spikes, but there is a noticeable advantage in the mid lane.
Agateo is a little bit alone here. The flash out, but just buffered, and Agateo is able to flash away from the stun. The Cataclysm onto all three as they group up, and Whisper, nothing he can do. Bassoon will land a proc, but it's a double kill, and that's 3 down for League of Liquor as Hospitalized will charge into the base. Hope has to flash out. And yeah, Hope wasn't there for that fight that they took. They were set up in the jungle, and they didn't have Hope.
Yep, I would have liked to see that flash stun come out onto Agatio, super mega death rocket over the top. Tibbers wasn't quite available, but I think they really needed to pick out Agatio there to bring themselves a little bit of second life into this game.
ADC,
oh, man.
ADC Gaming. Oh, man.
Gee.
Oh,
and
is it
25 minutes in the game, Hospitalized
what year is it?
End.
Oh my god, that was crazy. Alright, Flash winner's bite from Bassoon. Keeper's verdict looking to keep him out. Whisper is looking for a play, but it's a flash here. It's a teleport in from Crimson Yoni, and they are just going to turn it. Matt in, and so it looks like Abraxo will finally go down, but that's just the support.
Great Tibbers.
Agateo is still here. It's another Cataclysm. Huge damage coming out. And they're happy to just trade out here. It's about an 8k gold lead. Hospitalized enjoying the finals here in game 2. 25 minutes in, things are looking a little bit more wrapped up. Jason, let's talk about fatigue here, because I do think.
I mean, first of all, though, I do want to say League of Liquor with a great defense. They pick up some trade kills, and as the team playing from behind, you are always happy to pick up some trade kills without losing your base. So great play from them on that. Fatigue in this series, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I just think like 25 minutes in, you're down 7k. Are you starting to see issues? Like, are you thinking 3-0? What do you think the players' brains are at right now in this moment? Are they trying to find ways into this game? Are they thinking about game 3 draft? Are they just kind of thrown off by the Poppy support? I mean, what's going on for League of Liquor?
I think sitting down sold, no dragons of your own, I think you're definitely starting to consider what do we do for game 3. I don't like to ever hear those comms come in, while we're playing the game. But it's hard to not start thinking about game 3 when you're already down this much, and you need to have a plan. You don't have that much time between games. So let's take a look to see what they can do to put themselves back in this game. I think they need to buy themselves, realistically, 10-15 minutes, and so it's gonna be a long drawn-out game if League of Liquor wants to fight their way back into it.
I think Jinx can do it. I don't know if Lethality Jinx can do it. I think this is a great solo queue build, and I'm not sure that it's.
I think Opportunity is a tough one to bring to bear against a triple tank lineup. This Jarvan,
charge here onto Bassoon, and Bassoon will pretty much instantly drop. A nice find here from Abraxo, showing why he is the #1 support in the LCC. That's a second find there from Abraxo and Whittle guy. Look at the dive as they just commit all the way in. They find 2 more. And yeah, this is going to be.
Mentioned it would have to be a stellar miracle defense, and I think that miracle defense is getting smaller and smaller. But Hospitalized pushing through, picking up their second inhibitor now. They have Baron, they have Soul, they have only 2 on the board for League of Liquor to defend. I think it's going to be an all-in, but Hospitalized looking like they're going to pick up game 2.
Yeah, but there is an unstoppable force from TJ, so we could see it come through here as a nice ultimate here. Bassoon does land the triple Glacial Fissure, and it is all in. And this is their last final shot, so 2 down already. This is a double kill. It's a triple kill already for Agateo. Will this be the penta? That is the quadra. Will it be the penta? It's not the end of the game. 1 more auto would have been the playoff.
You gotta be kidding me. Who hit the Nexus? Jags, roll it back. Who hit the Nexus?
It was the minions.
I'm going back.
It was the minions.
Oh my god, again. Cannot pick up the pentakill. Is there any auto attacks from Hospitalized on this Nexus? Abraxo hits it once.
Oh my god.
We're putting this Penta steal onto Abraxo as literally 1 more auto attack from Agatio would have picked up the Penta. What a game 2 from Hospitalized. I think League of Liquor can still pick this back up. There's a lot to play for them.
League of Liquor looked so good in the early to mid game of game 2. They had
really did
crazy angles. Hope with the 2-0 lead, just wasn't.
Sorry, you put camera on. I was walking around. I was thrown off. I wanted that Penta